Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Elena Viudesegea. I'm 16 years old, and I'm a student from Murcia, in the south of Spain. As you all know, we are here today to talk about the future of fine dining. This is a topic that arises some unexpected, yet really strong and interesting questions, such as, is fine dining really about the quality of products and service, or is it just about exclusivity and exaggerated prices that only endorse inequalities? Or are we really asking for restaurants to effectively fight against food waste? Or are we just closing our eyes to the issue and pretending we don't know what happens behind the kitchen doors? I don't know what the audience thinks, but what I do know is that my generation is one that is very aware of these issues and is willing to make specific changes and find real solutions. Regarding these solutions, we must consider, is technology really the only solution? Or is this problem also about ethics and morals or education? The only thing I'm really sure about is that we all must come together to make changes and to make society, and of course restaurants, evolve towards real sustainability and fighting inequalities and reducing food waste. So, as one of Seeds&Chips claims says, let's get it done. Thank you very much.
Bene, buonasera. Mi hanno detto di provare a parlare di nuove tecnologie e ristorazione. In realtà parlerò di neurogastrofisica, una nuova area estremamente interessante che mette insieme tutti gli studi che hanno a che fare con gli elementi che possono modificare i sapori e i gusti, ma che nulla hanno a che fare con i sapori, col sistema gustativo, e come le tecnologie ci possono aiutare a migliorare l'esperienza enogastronomica. Neurogastrofisica, un termine abbastanza complicato. Intanto parliamo di gastrofisica. Gastrofisica è quella scienza che studia come si possono appunto modificare le percezioni, come si possono migliorare utilizzando elementi collaterali al gusto. Per esempio le luci di un ristorante, il colore dei piatti, la forma dei piatti, la forma dei contenitori, i profumi edibili. Ricordiamoci che tutto quello che noi percepiamo, lo percepiamo grazie a quello che il nostro cervello in qualche modo ci aiuta a costruire. Ci sono molti elementi che influenzano la percezione. Ricordiamoci che c'è una grande differenza tra sensazione e percezione. La sensazione è quello che ricevono i nostri sensi, la percezione è una ricostruzione. E ricostruiamo in base a che cosa? In base a tanti elementi, tra cui anche elementi che nulla, ripeto, hanno a che fare con il gusto. Oggi noi sappiamo che basta cambiare il colore per cambiare la percezione dei sapori. Se noi utilizziamo del colorante in odore e in sapore, percepiamo un succo di frutta leggermente più dolce dello stesso succo di frutta assaggiato senza quel particolare colorante. Così come sappiamo che non solo è più dolce, ma può essere addirittura percepito un pochino più fruttato. Pensate che le neuroscienze ci hanno aiutato a capire un po' meglio come funziona il sistema cerebrale e come è possibile a questo punto migliorare le esperienze grazie a una migliore conoscenza del funzionamento cerebrale. Pensate che se io prendo un liquido e lo faccio assaggiare a un gruppo di persone dicendo attenzione, questo è un liquido molto amaro, e nel frattempo chiediamo alle persone quanto è amaro e poi facciamo nel frattempo risonanza magnetica per vedere quale parte del cervello si attiva, due risultati: ci dicono che effettivamente è molto amaro e vediamo che l'insula, che è quella parte del cervello che ha a che fare col disgusto, si attiva tanto. Ma se io faccio assaggiare lo stesso prodotto dicendo guarda che questo è meno amaro di prima, le persone percepiscono meno amaro quel prodotto e l'insula si attiva di meno. Eppure l'insula ha a che fare con la sensorialità. Capite bene perché basta cambiare le parole, basta cambiare i colori, basta cambiare le etichette anche dei prodotti per farle percepire diversamente. Pensate, questo è uno studio che dimostra che un'etichetta tendente al giallo verde fa percepire leggermente più limonosa una birra rispetto alla stessa etichetta presentata con un colore rosso o marrone. lo sa bene anche il mondo commerciale. Pensate che quando la 7up è passata da quella lattina a quest'altra lattina, la percezione, cambiando soltanto del 15%, il colore giallo della lattina, il contenuto viene percepito un pochino più ricco di limone. Un testo di riferimento estremamente interessante, quello di Charles Spence, che probabilmente conoscerete, comunque vi consiglio vivamente di utilizzare questo testo, perché come dire, la somma di tutti gli studi che sono stati fatti da questo professore della Oxford University, che tra l'altro vinse il premio Ig Nobel per la nutrizione nel 2008. Sapete benissimo cos'è il premio Nobel. Il premio Ig Nobel non viene data per la ricerca più importante, ma per la più stupida o la più strana. Fece una ricerca strana più che stupida, una ricerca che intanto in questa altra slide ci dice che nel suo testo ne parla, noi possiamo cambiare anche il colore dei piatti per far percepire diversamente il prodotto. Una mousse al cioccolato messa su un piatto bianco viene percepito un po' più dolce della stessa mousse messa su un piatto nero. Beh, capite bene perché cambiare quello che le persone vedono fa cambiare quello che sentono, cambiare quello che provano, che sentono a livello uditivo fa cambiare anche le emozioni, cambiare le emozioni cambia anche l'esperienza enogastronomica. Perché succede questo? Guardiamo il cervello. Il 50% del nostro cervello è deputato prevalentemente alla visione e soltanto l'1% è deputato al gusto. Quindi noi anticipiamo i sapori grazie appunto a questi elementi. Ma non c'è soltanto la visione, c'è anche l'udito. Pensate che se io faccio sentire una musica ad alta frequenza, che è una musica dolce, vediamo se parte. Comunque una musica ad alta frequenza è una musica dolce, biri biri biri, questa è una musica ad alta frequenza. Se io faccio sentire questa musica mentre le persone assaggiano un prodotto, rispetto allo stesso assaggio con una musica a bassa frequenza, prima il prodotto viene percepito più dolce e gradevole e poi meno dolce e meno gradevole. E questo è l'elemento su cui ha vinto il premio Ig Nobel Charles Spence, dimostrando come l'alta frequenza correla con la croccantezza. E allora capite bene perché ci sono dei packaging di patatine che fanno tanto rumore o perché è possibile utilizzare dei sottofondi adeguati per assaggiare alcuni prodotti. Provate a pensare un amarone assaggiato con un sottofondo dei Beach Boys. No, non si può fare. Meglio i Carmina Burana. Allora, abbiamo parlato del colore, perché non parlare anche del packaging, del peso del packaging? Sapete che se mettiamo dei pesi all'interno di un packaging, sappiamo che il prodotto viene percepito con dei sentori un po' più intensi, la qualità dei sapori, dei cioccolatini, che nulla hanno a che fare col peso, perché il peso l'abbiamo messo nel packaging. Viene percepito il sapore migliore, il desiderio di acquistarlo cresce e cresce anche la disponibilità a pagarlo. Questo vale per tutto, dalle bottiglie di vino fino ad arrivare anche alle bottiglie dei profumi. Perché succede tutto ciò? Beh, entriamo nel nostro cervello. Questa è una ricerca fondamentale, una ricerca fatta da Plasman, un gruppo di studiosi di neuromarketing danesi. Hanno presentato a un gruppo di persone non esperti 2 bicchieri di vino e hanno detto: questo è un vino da $45 e questo è un vino da $5, assaggi, dimmi qual è il più buono. Ovviamente le persone assaggiano e quello più buono è quello da $45. E beh, certo, se mi dici che costa di più, immagino che sarà più buono, peccato che il vino è lo stesso. Ma la parte più interessante sta qui. Quando le persone sanno che il vino costa di più, ci sono 2 aree del cervello, la corteccia orbitofrontale e la corteccia ventromediale, che poi vi faccio vedere meglio. Quelle sono delle cortecce che hanno a che fare col gusto, prevalentemente con la gradevolezza dei sapori. Se io so che il vino costa di più, la corteccia orbitofrontale si attiva di più rispetto a quando io assaggio lo stesso prodotto, ma che so che costa leggermente meno. Anzi, addirittura se io dico che il vino costa $90 rispetto a 10, quell'area si attiva molto, ma molto di più. eppure ha a che fare con la sensorialità gustativa. Ecco perché le aspettative modificano i sapori. Ovviamente tutto ciò lo scopriamo grazie alle neuroscienze che studiano il cervello e ci permettono di dare informazioni estremamente nuove. Ecco perché neurogastrofisica. La gastrofisica ha a che fare con i sapori, neuro, lo studio del cervello. Questo è interessante per dimostrare come a sinistra è quel sistema che noi utilizziamo per decidere in maniera razionale e a destra, a sinistra, a destra, voglio dire alla vostra destra, la parte che utilizziamo per la parte razionale, alla parte sinistra invece trovate le aree del cervello che utilizziamo per decidere in maniera impulsiva ed emotiva. Forse il sistema 1, sistema 2 di Kahneman, per chi si ricorda la teoria di Kahneman. La cosa interessante è che se mettiamo a confronto il modo di degustare di esperti e non esperti si attivano in maniera completamente diversa. I non esperti si attivano prevalentemente per le aree che hanno a che fare col sistema beta. Il sistema beta è più vicino al sistema limbico, ha a che fare con le emozioni, mentre gli esperti si attivano prevalentemente con la parte razionale. Sì, ma il mercato lo fanno i non esperti e quindi bisogna saper utilizzare sapientemente queste informazioni, grazie magari a delle tecniche di neuromarketing che sono strumenti che ci permettono oggi di misurare la reazione emotiva delle persone nei contesti, in tutti i contesti, tra cui anche quello della gastronomia. E perché utilizzare questi strumenti? Non possiamo chiedere alle persone quello che provano? No, perché come diceva una delle più grandi pubblicità del secolo scorso, i consumatori non ci raccontano la verità. Perché? Diceva, perché non sentono quello che sentono, non dicono quello che sentono e non fanno quello che dicono. Non sentono quello che sentono vuol dire che c'è una parte del cervello che si attiva inconsapevolmente, non dicono quello che pensano e perché sei inconsapevole come fanno a dirtelo, non fanno quello che dicono perché ti dicono che faranno una cosa e poi si comportano in maniera diversa, grazie alle emozioni. E allora noi utilizziamo delle attrezzature, vediamo se riesce a partire, qua c'è un filmato, vabbè, sul neuromarketing i filmati sono saltati. Noi utilizziamo delle attrezzature che un elettroencefalogramma, un misuratore di battito cardiaco, di skin conductance, per arrivare ad avere una misura diretta di quello che le persone provano emotivamente. Ovviamente lo facciamo con... Ah, ecco, è appena partito. Lo facciamo ripartire? Se c'è l'audio. Ecco, giusto per vedere intravedere quali sono le attrezzature che si possono utilizzare. Come vedete degli elettroencefalogrammi o degli strumenti che permettono di misurare la reazione emotiva. Come un elettroencefalogramma come questo, un pochino più potente rispetto al precedente. E via. Ovviamente si lavora per le aziende, ma il nostro obiettivo è quello di fare sharing delle competenze e delle conoscenze. Oggi sappiamo, e con questo concludo, che la prima parte del cervello che si attiva di fronte a qualsiasi stimolazione è quella che vedete più colorata all'interno, che si chiama sistema limbico, ha a che fare con le emozioni, e soltanto dopo si attiva la parte corticale. Ecco perché noi possiamo dire che non siamo macchine pensanti che si emozionano, ma macchine emotive che pensano. La neurogastrofisica potrà aiutare sempre di più in futuro la ristorazione a colpire al meglio e fare esperire dei vissuti ai consumatori in maniera sicuramente migliore. Attenzione però, un prodotto cattivo rimane cattivo, ma quello buono può migliorare. Grazie.
Hi everyone, my name is Alon. Sorry, but my Italian is not good enough to do the presentation in Italian. Can we get the slides, please? So I'm the CEO and co-founder of TasteWise, which is basically a consumer intelligence platform that helps food brands to predict the future taste and flavors. But today we really want to talk about a little bit from the restaurant perspective. So to be able to understand restaurants, we really must go take a step backward and understand the broader consumption of food and beverage. It used to be that the consumers spend most of their dollars in the retail space. Today in the US, in the past 2 years, the average consumer spent more money in restaurants than they did in the retail space. Huge shift. As you can see, there's tons of solutions that help the consumer get food in a different way. But really, in order to understand the consumer behavior, we really need to understand the cultural and the food culture that is happening today. How many of you are familiar with a platform called Twitch? Well done. So Twitch is basically a live streaming platform. Every day, 2 million consumers are streaming their day-to-day on Twitch. So they're streaming themselves playing computer games, and they're filming themselves going to a restaurant to have a dinner. They're filming themselves doing meal preparation, and they're doing it when they're doing a cheat day. A cheat day is basically their way to rebel and say, I'm on a diet all week, and I want to actually do it differently. When we want to understand the consumer, we want to understand that there's overstimulation, but the consumers today don't have enough. So let's watch this lady that already have 26 million views for this video, but it's a phenomena of hundreds of thousands of videos and more growing all the time. So it's not, we really must understand, this is not marginal. It is not something that some people do. This is mainstream. We're talking about billions of views for videos in the ASMR category. ASMR, you know, the sensory need there's never enough. And we must understand that. There's always more stimulation that the consumer wants. The other thing is that even the most, straightforward things that we used to go to a restaurant and have dinner is changing. We see 160% increase in people that go to more than one restaurant for dinner. They're going to have a first in one place, main in a second, and a dessert in another. So restaurants are really becoming a lot more, specializing and expertizing. And why should I eat an average dish in any restaurant? I will go to the best dish from each restaurant. And it's something, again, to consider when you're thinking about how specific consumers get. They want to make sure that they get the best food they can get, and preferably, as we saw from the previous presentation, they want to make sure that it looks good. So they, capture it and they talk about it on the social. Another thing that we must understand about the consumer is that the purpose really matters. If you've spoken to anyone in this conference a couple years ago, what is the chance that they tell you that you will walk into a coffee place with your cup, right? This is actually a mainstream behavior in the US today. People walking into Starbucks with their cup, and Starbucks realizing that this is happening, they're giving you 50% more coffee if you actually bring your cup to the restaurant. Again, purpose is important, sustainability is important. It's not just, people talking about it in this room. It's consumers, especially millennials, who really care about what is the footprint that they have on the industry. And the last thing that I want to share in a broad perspective, and if you are a food brand or a restaurant chain and you don't understand the broader context of Netflix and chill, meaning I get so much stimulation all day long, I work hard, but when I go back home, I just want to smoke weed and order food on Uber Eats. Now, we might be laughing, right? But this is, again, changing the landscape. And people are really changing their behavior because, again, they work really hard, and then they go back home, they want to relax, they don't want to cook. As we heard in other conversations, people don't use their kitchens anymore, and the restaurants are a great opportunity and a solution for that. So with everything changing so fast, and if I will be here next year, talking about trends, we will see that everything has changed, and there are new things that we haven't even thought about that are coming up. Maybe virtual reality is stimulating your sensories to be able to maybe eat crackers and feel that you're eating a burger, as long as it's nutritioning enough and it's going to get you going. But really what we're doing is we believe that understanding the consumer cannot be done with a survey. And again, connecting to the presentation before, when you ask people what they want, they either tend to want to look good, so they will not tell you the truth, or they don't even know. So we believe that all of the insights into the consumers must be observed. You must look at what they do and then train the algorithms to understand what does it mean and where is it coming from. And so TasteWise is really giving you a 360 perspective on the consumer. It's not only retail, it's not only restaurants, it's not only what they cook at home, it must be everything, whether a meal kit experience or whether dining in a restaurant. And we bring all of that into one platform that gives you the ability to query an audience, an ingredient, or even a restaurant chain and see what is on the top of mind for the consumer, what is driving their mood. We know that a lot of the trends today, they're starting from two main areas. They're starting when you're walking into your home kitchen and you're trying to solve a problem. You're gluten-free and you need to have something that is without gluten, or you're in keto and you want to make sure that the dish you're eating is keto. And the second, restaurants. Who is more fit than a chef that sits with the consumers and see them how they eat the dish to innovate and be able to think about the future? And so a big part of what we do is currently we're looking at more than 150,000 restaurant menus on a weekly basis, and we understand what are the trends. And on top of it, we basically layer the social conversation to be able to say, what are chefs introducing, but consumers getting extremely excited about? So to give the early on knowledge. When we're talking about innovation, we really must understand that the most shallow layer of what do people eat or where do they eat it is very basic. We must go couple steps backwards, deeper to the consumer motivation, whether it is a need for a social status, part of the community, tradition, fear, happiness, and so on, to be able to dream about the next food and the next concept we're going to tailor for the consumer. This is the example for cauliflower crust pizza. It has exploded in the people's kitchens and now going into the food service category. It's great that we understand that people are eating pizza based on cauliflower crust. And sorry, I'm in Italy, so touching the pizza might not be their best idea, but people do it, so I'm just reflecting what they're doing. But if we understand that people in their main motivation is to find comfort food, right? Because they want comfort. We are not going to go away from having comfort food, but we understand that they want an acceptable comfort food. We will be able to think about the next dish that is going to be addressing the needs. And so really it's all about discovering culinary innovation, and as it happens early on, it's really about finding what is the gap between what people are eating at home and what do they have available in the restaurants. And last and not least, but this is the core and this is the future, right? If we want to be taking over markets, we must be able to understand what is the gap between demand and supply. What do consumers want and what do they have? And I think one of the most innovative concepts of today is virtual restaurants or ghost kitchens. How many of you are familiar with the concept? Very few. Okay, so this is not the future. This is the present. If we're looking at a company like Uber Eats, they already have 2,000 virtual restaurants. And what does it mean? It means that basically you look at the market and you say, all right, we're doing a lot of delivery. People don't want to go to brick and mortar restaurant. They just want to get the right food at the right time at the best price. So why don't we create virtual restaurants that only live within the application, within the food delivery apps, and actually by being able to respond quick to what the consumers want and what is lacking in the industry, will be able to grow the market. And this is the future of this industry. It is going to be able to discover the gap and tailor the right experience to these people. And the future is virtual restaurants. And with that, I want to thank you for having me today.
Thank you for waiting for me. I want to talk about 3D footprinting. And as the title already shows, it's not the future, but it is already now. We use it already for many years. My name is Frits Hof. I'm the business developer from ByFlow, a small family company in the Netherlands. And we build 3D footprinters, not only the one on the picture, but also other ones for other companies. A little bit history. Who of you already has seen 3D footprinting working? Raise your hands. Oh, quite a lot already. And who of you did already taste 3D footprinting? Only one. Okay. Well, it's a bit amazing because it started in 2007. Then the Cornell University in the US was building a machine which could print food. It was amazing to see. The results were not nice to look at, and the taste was not good yet, but they were the first. In 2013, my son Floris was intern at TNO, an innovation organization of the Dutch government. And he developed a chocolate 3D printer together with a college. And here you can see the world globe, which he made for a Michelin restaurant in the Netherlands. Even the map is visible on the world globe. And when you open the globe with a hot knife, you see 9 chambers inside with different suites. And that is all about what 3D footprinting can do. This is not possible by hand. This is not possible by using molds. Only a 3D footprinter can do this. So you can offer something special. Well, since then we developed our own 3D printer. And we traveled around to a lot of fairs. Also, for example, the Maker Faire in Rome in 2013. And there we used Nutella. Nutella is Italian, so we thought that is a nice combination. And to our surprise, a lot of people were interested in printing of food. Not in the ceramics, the wood, the stone, all the other ingredients we could print, but food was amazingly popular. So finally in 2015 we were ready to use 3D footprinting to offer a restaurant that was in London at a conference. And since then, we collaborate with a lot of Michelin chefs, chocolatiers, pâtissiers, catering companies, and the food industry to have better ingredients and better designs to have a very tasteful experience. For example, in 2017, we were invited to Australia by a lot of farmers to print with meat, which is also possible. And in 2018, we had so many printers in the market that the food industry was interested to have pre-filled cartridges. So it's already there that it is possible to buy a printer, to buy the cartridges, to download the designs and follow the recipes, and then you can print also at home at the Michelin level. Very important is that you know that everything what goes in are fresh, natural ingredients. We mix them because it has to go to a small needle. It goes into the syringe. You must be aware that there are not too much air, hollow parts. And then you can print nice designs, which a normal chef finds it very difficult to print. The benefits of 3D footprinting, as you know, there are so many restaurants that it is difficult, even for the best chefs, to be unique. Well, with 3D footprinting, you can make things which other chefs cannot make. It's also nice to customize and to personalize, so that when a special client comes, that you can easily make something special for them. You don't need to train for many hours or even years. Everybody can do it. And that attracts, of course, new customers, so that's good for your business. Also nice for the environment. Everything with it can be food waste. You can mix it and use it in your printer and it looks perfect. So also when you buy a box of vegetables and some of them are not looking good for your restaurant, you can use them always in your printer. And it's a bit of automation. So when the chef is preparing the meals for lunch or dinner, beside him there is the 3D food printer just as an extra tool. It's not a replacement of the chef, but during his work he can make excellent meals to use for lunch or dinner. Where is the design coming from? Well, we already have a database with more than 100 nice looking designs, and it's easy to download them, and you can then send them over to your printer wireless. You don't need to install software, everything is web browsed, so it's very easy to use. There's also a smartphone on the market already for 2 years, that's Sony. And with this smartphone you can even 3D scan objects or persons. So it's quite easy to use. You turn it around your face and then you can use it in your 3D food printer. We have a special design software, it's called ByFlow Studio. And here you see a little bit how it works. If you have a picture or a drawing on paper, you can easily send it over to the web-browsed software. This software makes it lines from it, so it's black and white. You can add text, like happy birthday, and then you can send it over to the printer. If you put a cake inside, then you can cover it with real chocolate. Not a picture of chemical colors, but real chocolate or other ingredients. And then you have a nice looking cake. We have a lot of recipes, mostly from chefs, chocolatiers, pâtissiers, and education. Especially higher education is using the 3D food printer a lot for their research. And that means that more than 50 ingredients with the recipes can be used to directly use in your printer. If you start with those designs and those recipes, everybody can do it. But of course, it's really nice to make your own designs and to find your own recipes and to use your creativity. And that's also what we heard back from the chefs. They were afraid that it was a replacement, but finally they are happy that their work becomes much more creative. The printer is like this. It's a foldable printer, so you can easily transport it to another place. It's quite small. You can put it on the bar to show the people how it works, but it's also small enough to have a place in your kitchen. It looks a little bit like the MacBook from Apple. It's a nice design and it's very light and very strong, so it can last for many years. The current applications are the high-level restaurants. Here, for example, you see Jan Smink, who has a restaurant in the Netherlands. He's a jury of the Bocuse d'Or, the Olympic Games for chefs, and he's using these printers a lot in every meal. Pâtissiers, this is Jürgen Kunz, chocolatiers, and the catering companies. Healthcare is becoming more and more interested because of the swallowing problems. 8% of the people in a hospital and 8% in elderly homes have serious swallowing problems. They can only eat mixed food, which they have to drink, and they cannot go to dinner to have dinner with other people. So with a 3D food printer you can have a normal meal, normal looking meal, but it is easy to swallow, and that's really important, especially for sick or old people. Education, it's amazing to see how easy it is to talk with children what will be the future of food with a 3D food printer. And during that process we can learn them how important it is to use good food, so they will avoid obesity and other problems. And of course, the food industry and universities use this printer a lot for R&D. Current trends, production. It is really important to speed up the printer and use larger cartridges. Customize and personalize. Meat and meat suppliers, meat replacement. That is a topic which you heard before. Food waste and the speed of the printer. Future applications, as already said, swallowing problems. Personal nutrition is a very nice one. I'm working on that now. What we do is we analyze 1 drop of your blood to find out what your DNA needs and what you have to avoid. And you can combine that with the information of your smartwatch. So that means that you can have food supplements printed in, for example, a chocolate or cookie. And then you have a guilty pleasure when you drink your coffee with all the ingredients your body needs, and this avoids diseases. Industrial scale is what we are working now on with the food industry. Create new textures and structures. That was a problem, but we are doing it better and better. The lead time of the production chain and upscaling of food, especially the food waste, make it beautiful and very tasteful. Here you see what we are doing now with more and more organizations, print farms. So it's the same as in automotive industry. There you see that they use a lot of cheap printers to print enough products, and that's cheaper and faster than buy a big printer. But of course, we are also working on an industrial printer which can print large amounts of chocolates or other ingredients in a very fast and affordable way. So if you want to know more, get in touch with me, and I'm looking forward to hear from you. Thank you very much.
Hello everybody, I'm not Davide, as you can see from my hairstyle. My name is Stefano, I'm the sales manager of the Cesarine. So we are in a partnership with the Seeds&Chips thanks to the VIP Lounge. And today I will be short and sweet, talking a little bit more about what we do and what we do like to do in the near future. So basically we are the Cesarine, and we are the Italy's oldest network of certified home cooks. It means that we have more than 600 Cesarine, that they are real home cookers. Thanks to their passion, they organize inside their own apartments cooking classes, dining experiences such lunch or dinners. And this runs all over Italy, from the north to the south. And we really can tailor-make your experience as much as possible. We work in all 19 Italian regions, and usually we could prepare for our customer the real local recipes. Here we are. We call them ambassadors because they really work hard to deliver the Italian heritage. So the aim of being Cesarina is to share with all the foreign customers the recipe that comes from the family. So they keep it secret since we arrive. They can is a sort of ambassador, as is right here, and they really want to deliver and understand to the client what we do. And everything runs in those kind of situations. We have panoramic penthouse terraces. So all our Cesarine are not professional cookers. So you're supposed to image them after they works. They go home and we contact them and organize cooking classes. So everything is in very charming locations. Especially me, I'm working in a B2B area. So I'm in contact with a major OTA, major MICE agency, and organize those kind of experience for bigger groups. Because as you maybe understand, all our houses are big, but not more than 10 people you can host. And in those cases, we have a partnership with stunning venues. For example, castles, nice historical building in the main cities. But even in the middle of nowhere, don't worry about that. So basically, we have the dining experience, could be a lunch or a dinner. Then we can organize special occasion like birthday, ceremony, and whatever. Or if you want, we can move the Cesarina from the apartment to the personal house. And here we are. In the meantime, if you have a chance to come to the VIP lounge, I can offer you a very nice lasagna. Not now, tomorrow. So some pictures just to understand what we do. Cooking classes. All over Italy, depending, of course, of the region, we have two kinds of cooking classes. The first one is the pasta making, which is the most challenging even for me. And then we have the classical 3 recipes. So the client has a chance to prepare and then taste a real Italian recipe. So they cook by themselves, they learn the secret. Together with the Cesarina, they organize the meal, and then they have the dine. You can learn even to prepare the aperitif, which is very popular right now in Italy. And we love babies. So we even have the small apron, so the baby are welcome. At the end, last but not least, the market plus the food tour. So we noticed that especially Americans or Scandinavian clients would love to understand how to choose the right ingredient. That's why we organize those kind of services. So during the morning, together with the Cesarina, they can go through the local market, choose, understand why buy this ingredient instead of the other one, and then all together go to the Cesarina's house and cook and learn. Of course, the folkloristic local market is guaranteed, especially in Rome, Venice, Milan, Bologna. We have so many nice markets to organize for you. And then finally, the food tasting tour. So it means that together with the Cesarina, she knows, of course, where to go to buy special local things, and then all together go to the artisan food shops, buy the things, and have a taste, maybe with the good wine or champagne or prosecco. All our Cesarina speaks English, and together with a collaborator, if you need something particular as a Portuguese or whatever, we can do it. We can manage intolerance, dietary requirement. Those are some names of our destinations. And here, some newspaper that talk about us. If you would like to learn more, just go to the VIP lounge, and I'll be more than happy to go deeper into the philosophy. She's Marcella. She's from so nice. And that's all. Thank you.
Hi. Oops. Hi, I'm Ross. I'm CEO and co-founder of Cauliflower. Managing a restaurant isn't easy. Having to work long hours, deal with demanding customers, not getting bad reviews online, it can be a little stressful. We noticed one of the most stressful things was actually the procurement of fresh produce. If you've seen the movie Ratatouille, you know the little chef, when he walks into his kitchen, he opens his fridge and his meat is up here, His cheese is there, his fruit and veg is there. He just needs to pull it out, cut everything up, cook it, and it's ready for his customers. But that's not real life, unfortunately. We noticed that most restaurants have between 6 and 8 different suppliers for fresh produce. So you have your meat, your fruit and vegetables, your fish, your dairy products, etc. And each of these suppliers has a different method for everything imaginable. So ordering, some you order over the phone, some you send emails to, a deadline for ordering, some you have to order 2 days in advance, some you can order until 2 in the morning. Minimum orders vary too, so some suppliers you can order under 100 euros, others maybe even 500 euros, etc. It's complex. So with 6 suppliers, it's 6 different orders, 6 different deliveries, and 6 different invoices. So what do? We try and make chefs happy, basically. So with a couple of clicks, chefs and restaurant owners can order all their fresh produce online. We have over 4,000 products available. And as I said before, reduce the number of suppliers from 6 to 1 on average. They have the capability now to order all their products online before midnight for next day delivery right into their kitchen. We are currently based in the market of Rungis, which is one of the largest wholesale fresh produce markets in the world. And we've spent over 4.5 years there sourcing the best quality products, the freshest products you can think of. What does a typical Cauliflower day look like? Our clients place their orders before midnight, and then they're afterwards dispatched to all our suppliers. Then the Cauliflower night team arrives on the market at 2 in the morning, and then they go from supplier to supplier to pick up all the freshest produce, the fresh fish, the fresh meat, all the good stuff. They then bring it back to our warehouse, and thanks to an in-house tool that we've developed, we are able to check quality, quantity, packaging for perfect deliveries. We then load up the vans, and then we have to leave before 6 a.m. because if any of you guys have been to Paris, the traffic is terrible. So if you don't leave before 6, it's complicated. And then, the delivery straight to your kitchen. In terms of vision, we've spent a lot of time sourcing local products from local farmers and organic produce. And this is something that's really important to us. By 2020, we want to have 70% of our products either organic or locally produced. Also, as I said earlier on, we enable restaurants to reduce the number of deliveries from 6 to 1, so that's already helping them with their carbon footprint. And on top of that, we have an entire fleet of natural gas-powered vans. So yeah, we really actually do believe in it. We have just set up a research lab. So my business partner and CTO, Simon, has just finished his PhD in machine learning. And we're actually right in the middle of trying to predict the different types of supply flows and things like price volatility and the demand of different types of products. We're also in the process of developing a storage tool, and we're trying to optimize as much as possible the inventory between different sites. And then obviously, we're also developing loads of cool tools for our clients, so that they can calculate the ratios of different meals, for instance. What's our vision? By the end of the year, we want to have over 300 active clients in Paris, averaging monthly revenue of 600,000 euros per month. By the end of the year, we want to set up a hub in Brussels and be able to deliver in the Brussels region as we do in Paris. So that's it's pretty ambitious. We're going to have 40 employees by the end of the year and over 5 million euros in revenue. So yeah, I think the most the best thing in Cauliflower has really been the team. We're actually three friends. We've known each other for over 10 years. We've been working together for 5 years, and I think we're still friends, to the best of my knowledge. I mean, I would give a special thanks also to all the people that have been working with us. We have one employee that's been with us for over 3.5 years. We have 3 more that have been with us for over 2 years. So we're a really young and ambitious team. And it reminds me of when we started with Pierre and Simon 4.5 years ago. We bought this small little white van, and we were the ones who would go to the market and pick up all the fresh produce and deliver to our one client that we had for 1 year. So that was a good way to learn your business. So yeah. In conclusion, last month we generated 300,000 euros in revenue. We have over 170 clients in Paris, 27 employees. And to finish off, we're a self-funded company. And if you're as excited as us to grow this business, we're actually looking for investors. So if anyone wants to talk to us, we're in on the French stand right behind you. Thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Jean-Philippe Verger. I am the founder of eOffice NFC, and we develop a web application in 45 languages for restaurants. So we're working on traceability of elements in the restaurant. How that work? This idea came because we worked for French Army during 15 years, and we developed a multi-language system for medical following of soldiers during fight. And during 2 years, I was consultant in Ukraine for raw football. And during 2 years, nothing in Latin. We understand nothing in the restaurant. In the subway, impossible. And one morning, we ate a special Ukrainian yogurt. It seemed like yogurt. It seemed like the color of vanilla yogurt, but it was, that they call fallow, it was grass of pigs. So the idea began at this time. Our system, we develop a system with the market, with the price of translate. We decide to develop a system to up the level of translate of automatic translate of 40-45%, more 85%, to have a good level of translate. And we add all elements that need a customer who go in a restaurant. So before to develop, we think to the final customer, the client of the restaurant, and also our client with the restaurant. We develop allergen in all the language. We develop a lot of information if in the dish you are pork, halal, kasher, if they are allergen, no gluten, etc. Because the customer must to know where come from his dish, and he must to understand in the language. We work now with, we have 700 clients. We work with 30 groups. And we can give the statistic of using of our application. For example, the people, English people using our application on all over Europe, because we're in 15 countries, is less 8%. We see that not all the people are good in English in the dish, because nobody learned dish at school. And when you go in a country, sometimes it's very difficult to know what you go to eat. If you're not sure, you take basic pizza or you take a hamburger because you don't want to take risk in the dish of the country. Our applications are subtitled in the language of the restaurant, so we work, if in Italy, if a Chinese want a dish, all is subtitled in Italian, and in second language if the server is Albanese, for example. If you want more information, our company, we are in close to here on the pavilion of the French Tech. And thank you very much.